अरे प्रभु जी हरे सॉरी ठीक है सेट हरे कृष्ण जय जय आगे बैठिए It's a little different setup from our regular setup, homely setup. You all know Jai Radha Mata? Repeat after me. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Yashodandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Banachari 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 Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bhava Girivara Dhari Yashodandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yashodandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Banachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna
सुभद्रा माई की जय, राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, साई गुरंग भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ी गुरु परंपरा सांप्रदाय की जय, देसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, साई गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे, ऑल assembled वैष्णव की जय, हर्षद प्रभु घर की जय, उनके माता पिता की जय, और प्रेमानंद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चना गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Please repeat after me. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय हिताय च
गौब्राह्मणहिताय च
जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय
जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय
नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामीनिति नामिने
स्वामीनिति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
कुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमां वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचेत् श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Oh, Hare Krishna. Our lifetime members have come. Two twins. Without them, satsang is incomplete. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for coming here. Nitya Prabhu, I'm very grateful. Your leg is not well, but still you are coming. Hare Krishna. Ate aage aji. Please. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Let them get settled. थोड़ा नया जगह है. They'll be feeling a little. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for bringing them. When I was singing Kirtan, I was thinking about them and your family. Yes. Better. Yeah. Okay. परसों भी आप हमारे साथ थे, कल भी हमारे साथ थे आज भी. हरे कृष्ण, हमारा सौभाग्य बोले. So, I would like to start today's satsang by thanking Prabhuji, yourself, and आपका शुभ नाम मैं भूल गया प्रोजेक्ट से बताइए. देवेंद्र गर्ग प्रभु and माताजी का नाम संगीता माताजी. देवेंद्र प्रभु and संगीता माताजी को 3 हरि बोल. क्योंकि उन्होंने मैं हिंदी में टेम्प्ट हो रहा हूँ. आई कम बैक टू इंग्लिश. मैं जब हिंदी मतलब नॉर्थ इंडियंस को देखता हूँ, हिंदी अपने आप आ जाता है अंदर से, बताएं. क्योंकि मैं पला बड़ा पूरा केंद्रीय विद्यालय है, so, पूरे केंद्रीय विद्यालय में ज्यादातर हिंदी ही बात करते हैं. आर्मी चिल्ड्रन मोस्टली इन केंद्रीय विद्यालय स्कूल्स, सो लैंग्वेज इज हिंदी. और ऊपर से चंडीगढ़ में रहा था मैं 2 साल, तो थोड़ा बीज गिर गया वहाँ का. नहीं प्रयत्न करता हूँ इधर उधर, लेकिन when I went to Chandigarh for my 10th grade, in the whole school, my name was Madrasi in 1992. So they did not want to know where I am from. They looked at me and said Madrasi aa gaya. Whole school, Just imagine the whole school had like 400 children. Come and sing. There's people will see and Prashad behind you. So they had a common culture that if they see a South Indian, his name is Madrasi. And that's how it was, in 92. I don't know how many of you know. You're all born much later. My 10th grade was like 91, 92. I forgot the exact year. Maybe 90, something like that. So my name was Madrasi. So they would call, hey, Madrasi kidhar hai? Kaun se class mein hai? And there were two Madrasis. So they distinguished the two Madrasis saying, dark Madrasi, darker Madrasi. So that time I was not this dark. I became obese and became more dark. But that fellow was dark from, So he was actually a Madrasi. He was from Madras. But I was like, I am from Hyderabad. मैं हैदराबाद से हूँ. कौन सा बात? Literally until Chandrababu Naidu came and the whole IT boom happened, people didn't know what is Hyderabad. They would only know Madras. Like it's there somewhere. Anyway, उसी की वजह से थोड़ा हिंदी आता है इधर उधर. And actually, I'm thanking Devendra Prabhu and Sangeeta Mataji because of their efforts, they have brought up a child who is maintaining a house like this, right? Does it look from any corner like a bachelor's house? No. It has Krishna's picture, Krishna's altar, books everywhere. It doesn't look like a bachelor's house, right? Bachelor's house में मतलब हम लोग को अपना झाड़ू लेके अंदर आना पड़ता है पूरा साफ करके बैठने के लिए, कि नहीं? I used to live in Kolkata. My first job was in Kolkata. My mother is known in my family for keeping the house very clean, very extremely clean. And my mother used to say, I'm so clean that people recognize me for my cleanliness. How come you took birth in my house? Absolutely unclean. So when my first job was in Kolkata. So when I started living there, I took my own, little room. It was very expensive in those days. And coincidentally, I took that room which was in Toliganj, a place called Toliganj Phadi, and it was like 300 meters away from Prabhupada's birthplace. I had no clue. Who was Prabhupada, nothing in it. I'm talking about 2002. So my house, if it would have organized satsang, none of you would have even stepped inside. Absolutely stinking, everything thrown apart. God knows which day's shirt is there, which day's pant is there, everywhere. So once in 3 weeks, I used to clean the house. It's like literally revamping the whole thing. That's called a bachelor's house. But आपके संस्कार ही इतने अच्छे हैं कि आपके बेटे ने इतना अच्छा घर को रखा. Really, all glories to you. And इतनी आसानी से कोई कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस के मार्ग में नहीं आता. How many don't understand Hindi here? Lift your hand. Little bit here and there. चलेगा ना? ठीक है. तो हरे कृष्णा जी, हरे कृष्णा. Thank you for coming. हरे कृष्णा, जय हरि बोल. Yes. So it's very difficult to accept Krishna consciousness, right? Before I start Bhagavad Gita, I just wanted to say this is very difficult unless you are cultured, unless your parents have given that culture to you. If your parents have given that culture to you, culture means what? Culture means an environment created to achieve a goal. That is the meaning of culture. What is it? An environment created to achieve a goal. That is culture. Culture doesn't mean wearing some dress, North Indian culture, South Indian culture. No. There is a goal to achieve. For that, there is an environment created. And culture provides the ambience and the process so which can achieve the goal. Culture includes three things. One is environment, second is process, third is goal. If these three things are together, it's called culture. Our Indian culture was supposed to achieve a goal, right? Let's talk about three of these things for a few minutes. What is environment? Environment means that which makes it easier for you, positive things around you, so you can adopt a particular process. Right? India, for example, is India a perfect environment to practice spirituality? Yes. Everywhere there are temples, right? You can hear Vishnu Sahasranam being chanted. You can hear Hare Krishna mantra being chanted. You can see satsangs happening in houses and colonies, right? You can see everybody's names are with Krishna's names, Rama names. You open a telephone directory, Krishnamurti, Ramamurti. Then, if you just chant the whole telephone directory, you'll become Krishna conscious. So many names are there, isn't it? Kashyap Prabhu. You can remember the great Rishi called Kashyap, right? So many things you can do. Just environment, yes, hai. You can, if you are little positively inclined, you'll become a devotee. Because environment is already set. Everything is already there. Yeah? So that's called environment. Now, second is process. Process is what? That which connects you to Krishna, yoga. Call it yoga, karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, and bhakti yoga. That which connects you. Is the process there? Process is everywhere. Your mother tells you, beta, chappal utar ke andar aao. Temple ke andar aao. See, how many of us have come inside the house with chappal? Even if it was not satsang, will you come inside with chappal? You'll not come. That means your parents have taught you the process. Knowingly, see, process doesn't have it taught through a mic and a phone and everything, right? It's not needed like that. Just by following, when parents follow, like these two small children, yeah, beautiful children, they will never wear chappal and go inside another's house. They will feel very uncomfortable if you take them because they are used to that, right? If you go to America, they will enter with chappal. America, there is a big board outside every temple. Please remove your shoes. And there is a specific person assigned. Usko bolo. But they'll just come because they walk into the church with chappal. They don't have any that feeling that I have to be clean when I go inside. Culture is not there, right? But they appreciate our culture. Oh my God, people are so particular about it, right? Touching elders' feet is culture, and we teach them from childhood, right? How did we see our parents touched our grandparents' feet? And there is, I should also touch. So process is there everywhere. That's the beauty of India. Even if you observe Muslims, they also have that process, very strict process, right? Of course, there are some problems with that, some aspects of that book which kind of makes it fanatic to, dishonor others who don't follow it. Excepting that, from culture per se, they are very strict. Very strict. So now, this is culture. Now you have environment, and you have process, right? So just like if somebody wants to learn or play cricket, what is the environment? He should be trained somewhere. He'll play somewhere in a stadium. There should be a proper ground. You can't play cricket on this corridor, right? You need a proper ground. So environment is needed. Then what is the process? He has to wear certain dress to go and play cricket, isn't it? He has to wear a helmet, he has to have pads, he has to know, right? Now what if there is a person who is wearing all this and just walking in the corridor? So kya bolege? Right? Just imagine one fellow gets up in the morning, pura helmet pehen ke, madgar ye, pura guard board laga ke, he's walking in the corridor. If you go and ask him, sir, what are you doing? Cricket. Okay, but what is your plan? No, I just want to feel that I am part of the cricket team. Right? What is your goal? I don't have a goal. I am following the process of cricket. I'm putting all the pads and everything is ready. But I'm not going anywhere with it, right? What is the problem that he has? He doesn't have a goal. Right? Doesn't have a goal. What do you do with this environment? Okay. Temples are there, people are talking, Krishnamurti, Krishna Prasad, Rama Prasad, Ramamurti. There are all names everywhere, Narayana Murti, right? Sita, what is that? Kaushalya, beautiful names, Mataji's, Prabhuji's, everybody is there. Okay, environment is there. Process, don't enter with chappal, put garland, like you given me this prasadam, garland of Supreme Lord. All this process are following. But what is the goal? Goal kya? You need a goal also, right? Otherwise, what is the point in following this process? Problem that happened is, when Britishers entered our country 200 years back, they disconnected the goal. They made sure they disconnected the goal. Goal udiya. The moment you remove the goal, then the whole process and environment looks meaningless. Or you start questioning it. Obviously, you will question it, Your children will ask, why are you asking me to break that nariyal? Every Sunday morning, you are pushing me to go somewhere. Every other time you say, this is good, that is bad. Why this is good, that is bad? Why are you asking me to do what you are asking me to do? Right? And the parents also don't know what to tell is the goal because they also have not been trained. What is the goal of doing all this? The goal of doing all this is to re-establish a connection with the divinity, Lord Sri Krishna, and go back to him. That is the goal. If you are trained in that goal, then you will appreciate the process also. Then you will appreciate the environment also. Right? If you're not trained in that goal, then this process and environment will look like a burden. What is this? Ghar mein ye nahi karne dete, wo nahi karne dete. They don't allow me to eat that. They don't. What kind of? I want a freedom. That's what comes out. That's what comes out because you don't know the goal. Why are we doing what we are doing? Because we want to go back to Krishna. We are preparing our body, our mind, our consciousness to go to him. Now you'll ask me, Prabhu, okay, now that I want to go back to Krishna, now train me. Train me nicely so that I can go back to him. Are you all following what we are discussing? Right? So Krishna has created this beautiful process, environment and goal in Bhagavad Gita. The one who reads Bhagavad Gita and understands, finishes all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, you will understand that Krishna, now 13th and 14th chapter, start the process aspect. Till 7th and 8th chapter is only defining who is he. Right? Till 10th chapter, he shows who is he. Then from 12th chapter onwards, he explains how to come to me. Process. He says the process. So first comes goal, second comes showing himself that I am the one, and then comes the process. Environment was always there. Is always there. So that's not the main focus. So we all should feel very fortunate. We all should feel very fortunate that we have taken birth in cultured families. Don't give any credit to yourself in front of Krishna. I'm telling you, don't give even 0.1 credit to yourself that because of your intelligence you have come to here, into the satsang. You should give 100% credit to your parents. They may not be following Krishna consciousness as a path, but they have prepared you to start this path. They have given you the basics. So let's pay obeisances to our parents sincerely, wherever they are, that Krishna should bless them, that they have taken the pain of training us so nicely that today we are able to begin a process of Krishna consciousness. We pray for their health, and their prosperity, and their Krishna consciousness also. So that's why parents are called the first guru. First guru is our parents who teach us. Yeah, sometimes due to society influence and lack of proper training, sometimes they can also get drifted just like us. They can also get drifted, right? Like my own parents, we are born in a Reddy family. The family influences a lot. Right? We are born there. We are born in darkness. Om Ajnana Timirandasya. If you're born in darkness, how will you understand what is light? Right? Just imagine you open your eyes and you're completely dark. You don't know what to do. How will you understand what is light unless light comes? Right? So I had a quest. My father also had some kind of quest, but we never understood where to go. Or that was not the first priority. Until devotees came in our life. Right? So my father, me, we all had habits. Habits are what? They keep coming. We don't take birth with habits. Have you seen anyone taking birth with two kebabs like this? No. Right? Or one big bottle and soda like this. And nurse is taking you out, is coming with a bottle, and nobody comes like that, isn't it? How do all these things come? With friends, with the association, with the family. Right? And at some point, when we know that, oh, this is not good, there is a statutory warning also. I never read this properly. And then you start avoiding the things which are not good for you. As simple as that, right? And then devotees come into your life and they give you an introduction to something which you should know. Right? Actually, more great than God are his devotees. Because they take God's message to every town, every house, every street. And they keep telling, now here is the message of Krishna. And Krishna is very happy with devotees. Krishna is very happy with devotees. Right? He is not only happy with the devotees who are spreading the message, he is also happy with devotees who are following that message. So in your family, if your husband or your wife or your parents are following it, you should encourage them to follow. And even if you don't believe in it, I'm just telling you this, I can tell somebody else who might be obstructing. And even if you don't believe in it, don't obstruct your partner to follow it. If you obstruct your partner to follow it, then you are becoming a hindrance in your partner to go forward. And Krishna will not like it. Because with great difficulty, this soul is coming towards me. And this fellow is, or this Mataji is supposed to help my devotee. He is not helping. Krishna will not like it. But if you keep your ego aside and allow your partner to go forward, then you will become more dear to Krishna than the devotee. Right? Even if you don't follow 100%, you are allowing your partner to go forward. In the same way, even friends, allow somebody to go forward. Right? And equip and facilitate. Krishna will be very pleased. Ultimately, we are all here to please Krishna. By reading Bhagavad Gita also, forget about the knowledge that we will get. Krishna is pleased that we are all sitting here and reading about his knowledge. That's the most important thing. Right? ISKCON is one of the organizations. Did I sell you any membership of ISKCON so far? Is there any sticker you are wearing, ISKCON sticker and coming inside? No. ISKCON is facilitating International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So this is a society which is helping Krishna consciousness. So we are all ISKCON. But don't think, oh, it's a corporate entity, I have to take membership, the share price is going up. Nothing like that. Isn't it? The institution facilitates us to go forward. In what? Ultimately in what? Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada, who established ISKCON, did he write his name there? Srila Prabhupada Institution, Srila Prabhupada Yoga Institute. Did he say that? Lot of people know ISKCON, they don't know Prabhupada. They don't know Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada kept Krishna consciousness in the front. He said, Krishna is the center and this institute is going to help us go forward in Krishna consciousness. Suppose if there is some other, institute which is helping your friend to go forward, will you go and tell him, no, leave that and come to ISKCON? No. Whichever way, come to Krishna. Yena kena prakarena. Come to Krishna. That is the whole point. We are not here promoting an institution, we are promoting Krishna consciousness. You are not here becoming part of an institution. Yes, part of an institution is good. Acharyas will be very happy that you are all coming together. A family name is ISKCON. That's okay. But if somebody is going to some other institution and they are also bona fide, right? We have 4 sampradayas, there are so many, sub-branches. It's okay, as long as the principles is right. What are the principles we are talking about? They are following the 4 regulative principles. Right? Mercy, daya, sauchyam, cleanliness, tapasya, austerity, and satyam. Yeah, truthfulness. As long as they are following these 4 principles and they are following the Yuga Dharma. What is the Yuga Dharma? Chanting the holy name. This is the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga. And who has written this? Did Srila Prabhupada write that verse? No, it's there. It's there very clearly. Harar Naam eva kevalam, kalau, nasteva gajranyata. This is the process of Kali Yuga. You can't say, I don't believe in this process. Even if you don't believe, process is process. Isn't it? Even if you don't believe, it's a little way to Prabhuji will come inside. Yeah. Prabhu, you can go inside that side. Yeah. Yes, Hare Krishna. I'm very grateful that everybody has come. Can you all come 1 feet in the front? There will be one more row available for somebody else who will come. Yeah. Just 1 feet आ जाओगे. हरी बोल हरे कृष्णा. आज हम बहुत नजदीक बैठे हैं. चलेगा? हरे कृष्णा. Thank you. Sorry प्रभु थोड़ा It's already come.
Yes, yes.
Prashadam has come. Prashadam has come. So I am the only obstacle between us and Prashadam. Actually, Karthik Prabhu, who prepares for Prashadam, has gone to Tirupati and he's not there. So, Mahaprabhu, you can come this side. Yeah. Karthik Prabhu is a Bengali devotee and he chants 16 rounds. He is aspiring for initiation from his original Bhakti, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and his wife also is now aspiring for initiation from him. And he's a very sincere devotee. And he cooks Prashadam for us. When a devotee cooks Prashadam, that Prashadam changes our consciousness. And right now, Karthik Prabhu has gone to Delhi. Sorry, not to Delhi, to Tirupati. Why in Tirupati? This weekend, they are bringing more than 2,000 young boys from different parts of India. And they are conducting a huge camp to train them in Krishna consciousness. You know, because you can change the youth at the right time. Then they will become very positive towards perfect life ahead. Isn't it? The right. Prabhupada also, somebody asked Prabhupada, why do you focus more on young children? Right? Why do you focus more on young children? Prabhupada simply answered, how many times you have seen old people going to school? Right? Young people go to school. Why? So they can learn and structure their life. So we are also training young people first. So you would be amazed that ISKCON is training more than 1,100,000 students every single year in Krishna consciousness. You're not seeing it openly outside, but so many children are getting trained and they're all becoming nice devotees, and they will eventually have wonderful families. They'll have Krishna conscious wives. There is a marriage bureau in every city where a Krishna conscious boy can marry a Krishna conscious girl, and both families will come together, and one will become 11. Right? In spirituality, 1 and 1 is 11. When husband and wife can come together and serve Krishna, they'll change the world. That is the power of marriage. The Rasta institution is so powerful. When husband and wife come together, right? 1 and 1 is 2 in material life, but in spiritual life, 1 and 1 is 11. You can change the world, right? So that was the preface. I was trying to tell that how much culture is so important, how much our parents are very. We are fortunate to have parents who brought us up like that with the core values, and so we are fortunate that we're heading towards a goal. You're all heading towards a goal. If somebody asks, why are you going to satsang? Your answer should be Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema. I want to become a devotee of Krishna. Right? I want to love Krishna. I want to love Krishna. And I want Krishna to love me. And I'm preparing myself to go to Krishna. And how are you preparing yourself to go to Krishna? I am following the principles that Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita. Right? What are the principles that he has told in Bhagavad Gita? He has told that please chant my name always. Always remember me. Man manava mat bhakto mat jyajimam namaskuru. Right? So please do namaste to me. Submit yourself to me. Chant my names. Follow the principles in parampara. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarisho vidhu. And follow the parampara. And you will safely come back to me. Right? That's all it was. Follow the parampara. See, I'll share one example. In today's day and time, there are so many unauthorized gurus. Very, very, very dangerous world we are living in today. Unauthorized gurus. And these gurus, what they will do is they will take your spiritual spirit and they will divert it in a wrong direction. Right? We all want to serve. They'll take advantage of that service. And then by the time you realize, if you realize in this life, you are fortunate. Otherwise, you will continue this life on life journey in wrong direction. I'll show you one. It's there in my phone. I could have shown you that message. There was one Prabhuji who used to come to our satsang. His wife went in wrong path. And in 6 months, this Prabhuji understood what is the right path. Because teach the fundamentals at the beginning. It should be a parampara. Who is a guru? Who can be a guru? He should be in a parampara. He should have a guru. His guru should have a guru. His guru should have a guru. And the connection should go all the way till Krishna. Right? And there are four main paramparas, Vaishnava paramparas. What is it? Sri Vaishnava parampara, Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya. Kumara Sampradaya is called Pushti Mara. Like that. And all of them have prominent gurus and all of them are teaching Bhagavad Gita. Right? So there are many legs of the Sampradayas. Being part of Sampradaya is very important. So when she went to this personality, when this person came and told me, Prabhu, I think my wife is following a wrong path. Then I told him, okay, why don't you bring her to satsang once? If she has any questions, I can answer. So she came, and this is like 8 years back, like 7 or 8 years back. I was asking her, so Mataji, where are you going? So she told, I'm going to this great guru. He's amazing. When he talks, I get tears. When he speaks, I get goosebumps. And the process that he has given is ultimate. This, that. I said, very nice, Mataji, very nice. So which scripture are you reading? I asked. Which scripture are you reading? He said, oh, he teaches Bhagavad Gita. I said, very nice. If he's teaching Bhagavad Gita, nothing like it. Right? And that's the whole goal, right? Wherever you're going, please learn Bhagavad Gita. Then I asked her, okay, Mataji, who is your gurus? Which sampradaya does he belong to? Oh, no, he is self-realized. Self-realized. So, how he became self-realized? No, he was somebody, I'll not tell the details, I don't want to defame anyone here. But he was a doctor and, suddenly he became self-realized. Then he started his own ashram and there are followers and this and that. And he said, okay, acha lag raha hai. Does he have a guru? No, he's self-realized. He understood the ultimate truth. When he speaks, you have to hear. Then every day she started sitting in his lectures. I wanted to preach her. She was preaching me nicely. So then I said, okay, why should I doubt anyone? I should hear his lecture. I heard his lecture. I heard like 5 or 6 of his lectures. 1 hour he used to give. And how much audience? Not like 40, 50 here. 4,000, 5,000 people sitting. Right? He was giving lectures. Absolutely absurd, nothing related to Bhagavad Gita. He's telling whatever he wants to speak. Nothing. And basically popularizing his own point of view. Moral science he was speaking and he was adding something on top of that. He created his own process. We wear Kantimala. Tulsi Maharani we wear. Right? Tulsi Kantimala. He told everybody, don't wear Tulsi. Don't even touch Tulsi. If you say Tulsi, that's enough. You don't have to touch Tulsi. See, these people create whatever they want. They can do all kinds of nonsense, right? And meditate on some stone, meditate on some diya, do some yajna 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, this Mataji was getting up and she was doing some yajna, in the house. Light fire and some, mantra something. And then he created, I'm creating a temple for Vyasdev. Huh? There is no temple for Vyasdev. There is one temple in Badrikashi. Right? Yes. But Vyasdev temple, why is he created? There is no, what is wrong in creating Vyasdev? There is no, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Vyasdev temple was there. But what is he trying to do? And most of these people, ultimately, when they become very famous and powerful, they get a lot of money from people. They get lots of, spirituality is one of the best businesses. I'm sorry to tell that. But if you want to cheat people, you can easily become owner of my own Vihanga. Not one flat. My own Vihanga can be yours. I just want to cheat people. That's all. Because there are so many fools sitting in, so many houses. So what idhar udhar bolo, duration aa jayega. People will give their heart. See, you're dealing with their hearts. What is altar? Altar means your heart. What is in your heart will be in the altar. As simple as that. And spirituality means you're touching their hearts. And when heart is somebody's, you'll give everything to that person. And that's what they do. And they became very rich. And eventually what these people will do is, they will show their real face. Once the opulence goes beyond a point, they can't stop themselves from enjoying it. Because there is no disciplining succession. Right? They'll start womanizing. They'll start having woman relationships in the ashram. They'll start, exploiting families who are coming. Child abuse will start. This abuse will start. Then the light will come out. And finally they'll come in NDTV और some other इसको पकड़ लिया, राम रहीम दबा, पकड़ा गया, ये पकड़ा गया, वो पकड़ा गया.
Create their own.
What is the, if you see the commonality in all these people, common aspect in all these people, there is no Guru Parampara, there is no Shastra, there is no spiritual literature. See, when we discuss, I'm discussing this, you're not hearing Leelananda Gita, you're hearing Bhagavad Gita. This is more important than me. Right? For that matter, any Guru, this person. You have to hear Krishna's message as it is. No contamination in between. I don't like this, so I will not teach this. That is a problem. I don't accept this, so I will not teach. That is a problem. Whether you accept it, whether you are able to follow it or not, teaching is teaching. Yeah, that's it. Huh? You have understood, right? So she wrote to me today morning. I got a message from her saying, Prabhuji, Prabhuji, it took me 7 years to understand what you told 7 years back. She wrote me. I was shocked today morning. Oh my, immediately, oh Mataji, don't worry about it. You are always part of our family. Your husband is always part of our family. So don't worry about it. You have finally come to the right understanding. But I'm feeling very sorry that 7 years of your life were exploited. She saw everything that I think she saw some bad side of what she's supposed to say. Krishna showed. We all were praying that one day she'll come out of that unnecessary, disturbing path. And she invested her fortune. She works very hard, in a company. She also takes care of the house. All her money was exploited to that fellow. Right? So unfortunate, right? Just imagine 7 years, her hard work, her health, getting up so much early in the morning, doing something which is not there in scriptures. Ultimately, no realization, and finally understanding that your guru is a cheater. How dejected you'll feel. Right? Anyway, we are all devotees there to help her. And many such people who get, somebody came and told, I'm going to this guru, that guru. What you should do when you're hearing something like that, you should pray for them. That's the biggest thing you can do, because they'll not listen at that time. At that time, nobody will listen because they're totally into it. They'll not listen. वो धमाके काम नहीं करेगा वो टाइम पे, right? Instead, they want you to listen. Then you can. I'll just pray for you. But eventually, colors will come out. Eventually, it will come out. You can't hide it for too long, right? So we are all very fortunate. We are all very, very fortunate. Again and again, I'm telling you that you have come to the right path. So, Prabhu, मेरे को कैसे मालूम तुम cheater नहीं हो? Maybe I'm a cheater, right? But this is not cheater. Bhagavad Gita is not a cheater. है कि नहीं? Right? And my guru's name is Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and his guru's name is Srila Prabhupada, and his guru's name is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj. His guru's name is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. His guru's name is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and his guru's name is Jagannath Das Babaji. And his guru's name is, you can know and know, that's not the agenda of the class, but you can see the whole disciplinic succession. And why this disciplinic succession is important? Because they are observing and monitoring. Right? Here. It's called disciplinic succession. Right? The whole disciplinic section is here. They're observing and monitoring what I am speaking. For example, whenever I have quick satsangs, I call my seniors also. Like my senior Bhagavad was there yesterday. So if I'm speaking some nonsense, then he'll understand. Leelanandas pagal ho gaya hai. Right? Then he'll go and tell my guru that Gurudev, jara isko dekhna padega. He's starting his own Gita, Leelananda Gita. And he's creating all nonsense, right? Then I get a warning. Actually, we get a warning. We get a warning first saying that you better follow what is being told. You repeat that. Don't create your own agendas, right? An institution, that's what it does. Institution. For example, if a Sri Vaishnava Brahman is doing puja in a different way, will he get a warning, bro? He'll get a warning, isn't it? He takes that diya and start doing disco dance. Like this. ये क्या हो गया पागल हो गया चिन्हजित स्वामी का who trained you this nonsense again. So you should understand you can't do whatever you want to do, in sampradaya you'll be guarded, you'll be questioned, and at whatever level you are, and it's Kali Yuga, it can happen. In our society also, even a top sannyasi can go through a difficult time. He can go through it, you can understand that. And he can fall down also. If he falls down, nothing wrong. As long as continuing the path. Maybe he'll become a grahastha. Right? Or maybe, some other ashram will choose and will continue. But you can't keep continuing to cheat people. Right? So, parampara guards you, sampradaya guards you from such kind of events. Did you all follow? Any questions at this point? Nobody has any questions? Right. Okay. So now we'll go to Bhagavad Gita. Text number 38. We'll just read the translation again. Yeah. So Lord Krishna is explaining here. Do thou fight for the sake of fighting. Please repeat. Without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat. And by so doing, you shall never incur sin. Right. So here very clearly saying, just do your duty. If you do your duty without expecting any good or bad out of it, then you will never incur sin. Now, a lot of people, there is a very famous verse in Bhagavad Gita, which is almost related to this. Very famous in India also. When the moment you say Bhagavad Gita, immediately that verse will come out. What is it? Even anybody in India will say, Karmanyavadikarasya, I'm going to Infosys, I'm doing my work. What is the problem? I'm going to Microsoft, doing my work. What is the problem? Right? I'm going here. There is a problem. Can anyone tell what is the problem?
What goal is your work serving?
What goal is your work serving? Nothing wrong in doing that work, but ultimately, where is that going? Bhagavad Gita is not telling do work, work is worship. I have not seen a verse so far. I've tried a lot, 700 verses. I have not seen a verse which says work is worship. But yes, Karma Yoga says indirectly that work is worship, but provided what is that work? Is that work as per the principles of Bhagavad Gita? That's important. Right? Duryodhana also was working, right? Have you seen anywhere in Mahabharata that Duryodhana has applied sick leave casually in between the war? Have you seen anyone? Hey, he was working more harder than Pandavas actually. Pandavas were depending on Krishna. Krishna had to take care and they were snoring and sleeping. Poor Duryodhana every day was in tension only. Because all the people who were supporting him, he was always doubtful. Just imagine your main people, you are doubtful of your main people, including Bhishma, Drona, sometimes even Karna. Right? He was like, hey, mera aadmi hai, uska aadmi hai. Vijay Bhav bolo. Nobody was telling Vijay Bhav. Nobody was telling Vijay Bhav. He said, Ayushman Bhav. Uska matlab kya hai? Tu jab tak zinda hai, mare. Hey, I want to become victorious. No. Dharma is the side where Vasudeva is standing. The side where Krishna is standing, that is Dharma. I am with you because of my commitment to your father. Because of many other reasons. That's all I am with you. Just imagine Duryodhana's situation. He was working day and night. How to win this war? So he was doing karma. Karmanyavadikaraste. He was doing karma. Work is worship for him also. Right? But what work he was doing? He was doing the work to destroy Krishna's devotees. Right? So that will not take you back to God. If you are working in a company day and night, buying properties, clearing home loan after home loan, that will not take you to Krishna. If you go and tell God, what did you achieve in life? 3 flats, 1 villa. What did Krishna tell? पागल हो गया था क्या? कौन बोला तेरे को? नहीं, 1 flat for my wife, 1 flat for my elder son, 1 flat for my younger son, and 1 villa for rent. Right? Krishna, when did I tell you to do all these things? No, I have given for my sampradaya. My descendants have created all this. Right? Who asked you to create all that? I'm Yoga Kshema Makavan. I'm taking care of every living entity. Why you have to worry about your son, your daughter? I'm taking care of them. I'll take care of you. You think after you die, like I'll ask a question to Mataji. Mataji, when you are sleeping in the night, who is taking care of both of them? Krishna. Such a simple answer, right? We actually think that we are taking care of our children. No, he is taking care of them. Yes, of course, we also are looking at them. But ultimately, he is the one who's taking care. The day he removes his hand of protection, then whatever you do, it will not work. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koi, Mare Krishna. If he wants somebody to be killed, nobody can protect him. He wants to protect somebody. Arey baap re. कोई उसका बाल भी बांका नहीं कर सकता, है कि नहीं? So that is an insurance policy, comprehensive insurance policy. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koi, Mare Krishna Rakhe Koi. No premium, no renewal also. Right? And he still take care of it. And that was the principle. That is how our ancestors lived. Was there insurance policy? No. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koi, Mare Krishna. If your son is intelligent, if your son has good culture and values, you don't have to leave any property for him. He will create his own. But if your son is a third class fellow, if your son is cultureless, बेटा पूरा प्रॉपर्टी टेक इट टू लास वेगस and एक रात में उड़ा देगा, खत्म. मेरा फ्लैट, मेरा होम लोन, मेरा ये, मेरा वो, अरे किधर जाके आया पापा, क्या बोलूं मैं, हो गया. क्या किया तूने? लास वेगस में रजिस्ट्रेशन कर दिया. हो गया. That's what happens, right? The biggest of the properties are lost in Las Vegas. Right? Everything is gone. Everything is gone. The biggest of the lottery winners. Do you know that in America there is a lottery games people play? Some people get a fortune of like $100 million, $50 million, huge money. Till that time they were nicely working and they had a good life. The moment they get the $10 million, $50 million, huge money, what do? They go to Las Vegas. And initially they win. When they win, the whole casino will celebrate. This fellow has won this. They will garland him in a different way. That you have won. Casino is very happy when you win. Because once you win, you are caught into it. And after that, all of them become beggars. All of them. All the millionaires who have gone and spent money in Vegas are all beggars. For that matter, all the hard-earned money of retired people. If you go to America, one amazing scene you will see is the old people will be working in supermarkets. Old people. How old? 90-year-old person. 85-year-old person. 85-year-old lady, 85-year-old man. I don't know how. Did anybody see here? If you've gone to America, you will see that. In India, have you ever seen an 85-year-old lady working in a supermarket? That is our value system. We take care of 85-year-old. In America, you will see that. Why? What happened to their money? First of all, they never had a family, no culture. So they never wanted their children with them. So the children anyway left them. Right? So the retirement money, they buy a little land in graveyard. They only have to buy. They'll say, okay, after I die, put me there. Right? Remaining money, they'll lose in Las Vegas. Or some casino they'll lose. So it's gone. So what do you do now? At the age of 90, children will not take care of you because you never shown them that culture. You have to work. You have to work. There is no other choice. Work and run your family. Horrible situation. Right? So the goal of life is not to make money. The goal of life is to connect with Krishna. To connect with Krishna. When you connect with Krishna, it's over. So karmanya vadikaraste means do that work which will help you connect with Krishna. No, Prabhu, I'm working in SMB consulting company. Do? No problem. How is it related to connecting with Krishna? Many ways. You can use the money that comes out of it for your Krishna conscious upliftment of your family. Rupa Goswami told 50% of your income as a grahastha you should use for Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji, 50% how? I'll buy dhotis and kurtas for me and my sons. I'll buy beautiful saris for my wife so that she can look cultured and she can come. I'll plan many pilgrimages, right, with my family, at least 2 in a year. I'll invest for the travel, flight ticket, train ticket, hotel, prashadam, and I'll also give donations. That together is 50%. Can you do it? Yes, doable. I'm not telling 50% Jamundi medal. No. That's what people think. Spend 50% income and free. अरे बाप रे बहुत बड़ा है, ये तो एकदम सेल्समैन है, you know, asking 50%. 50% you should spend as a whole. As a whole. Help, do book distribution. You all give gifts to your friends, isn't it? Somebody will get married, somebody's anniversary. Instead of giving some plastic clock, give a nice Bhagavad Gita. Give a nice Bhagavatam set. Give a nice Krishna picture. Right? Give a nice chanting machine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. It's going on, the chanting machine is going on all throughout the day. Right? These are the things you can give. And that is how you spend your money. Isn't it? Or do, Prashad Danam, or conduct satsang in your house, like Prabhuji is conducting satsang in his house. Right? Invite devotees. Spend your time like that. Yesterday we all spent very nice time in Vaishnava Seva groups. Right? Whole night. Many devotees were there. Next day morning, some devotees came, right? Throughout the day. Did it cost a penny? Nothing, right? Yeah, the prasadam is there, but that's all. We all contribute together. It's over, right? So this is called karmanyavadikaraste. Karmanyavadikaraste. Complete. Ma phaleshu karachana. Ma karma phala heturvur mate sangosti karmani. Right? Here in this verse, Lord Krishna is saying, do thou fight for the sake of fighting without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, defeat or victory or defeat, and by doing so, you will never incur sin. When you are doing Krishna conscious activity, you will never incur sin. You will never incur sin. Remember that. Now we'll go to 39. Eshate abhihita sankhye बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमं शृणु बुद्धया युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen, as I explain it in terms of working without fruitive results. O son of Pratha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. So here, Lord Krishna is telling that so far I have told you through analytical study. What is soul? How can you see soul? Soul. You know, that whole Sankhya Yoga, analytical study. I have explained to you who you are. Now, I am going to explain to you in terms of working without fruitive results. Fruitive results means what? Some things that are attracted for your senses. Right? I will do this work, I'll earn money so that my senses can enjoy. There are fruitive results. Right? When you work like that, you will suffer. Simple, you will suffer. Depend on Krishna, you will not suffer. Right? But if you are like, for example, how many of you will enjoy your job if your appraisal is not properly done? If your annual appraisal is not properly done, how many of you will enjoy your job? Tell me. You will enjoy your job? Really? Very nice. Very nice. Prabhu, real appraisal is already done. Before you've taken birth only, it's already done. That Yamadharma Maharaj has already fixed how much money will come into your bank account, no matter what you do. It's already done. Of course, doesn't mean that you will not do your work. Your appraisal already done. In 2023, this much money you'll get. It's already there. Lakshmi Devi, how much she is supposed to use, is already there. Right? So, we should not be too much worried about how much we are going to get or how much we are going to lose also. It's already there. For example, I know there is a new word that came into India after 1995, or rather after 2000. What is that word from IT market? Layoffs. Right, layoff. It was never there in India. And this is also planned by Krishna only. Right? It's also planned by Krishna only. And when you get a job, that is also planned by Krishna only. When you are chanting Hare Krishna, your entire life is in control of Krishna. He will make sure whatever is needed will happen. If you are not chanting Hare Krishna properly, you're not being sincere in your chanting Hare Krishna, but you're chanting Hare Krishna, but you're getting too much, you're getting good salary, sometimes you want to enjoy with your friends, you're not focusing on satsangs, you're making it a choice. Then what Krishna will do? He'll send a horrible person as your manager. That fellow will make your life miserable. Whatever you do, you'll not recognize, you'll throw your work on your face saying your existence is worthless. Entering the office will be like hell. Him entering the floor will be like, a torture. Then you will resign. Then you will apply for a job again. Then you will go to a place where a devotee will sit beside you. And he will tell, Prabhu, let us chant together. Let us chant nicely. Now you tell me, whatever happened, is it inauspicious or auspicious? Isn't it? So according to our karma, the people in our life will come and do what is needed. That is karma. But in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will send that person. So if somebody is humiliating you, be thankful that he is making you humble. How will you become humble unless you are humiliated? Ultimately, what are we here for? Are we perfect? We are here to become perfect. And what is the quality that Krishna likes? The most important quality that he likes is humility. What is the meaning of humility? Humility means, I see. Is this humility? Huh? Or as soon as I see somebody, Dandavat Nami. Is this humility? What is humility? What is the definition of humility? Humility means don't keep yourself in the center, keep Krishna in the center. That is humility. That's all it is. Keep Krishna in the center. That is humility. Whether it is happiness or distress, Krishna in the center. That is humility. You're not in the center. Here also you're in the center. See? Then he said, Prabhu, itna humble hu main, phir bhi kuch nahi ho raha hai. Prabhu, on this floor I am the most humble person. In this whole society I am the most humble person. That is not humility. Arjuna not accepting to do the war was his arrogance. Doing the war even if he doesn't like is humility. Who was the most humble person on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? Arjuna. Because he was doing a war, even if he is feeling the pain, he was doing it for the order of Krishna. That is humility. Doing the right thing, even though so many challenges are coming, is humility. That is how humility is expressed to the God. Are you all following?
Yes.
Any questions here? What is humility? Humility doesn't mean thinking you are less. Humility does not mean thinking you are less. Humility means thinking he is great. Krishna is great. That is humility. When you cultivate that, automatically this will come. Again, when you say God is great, Krishna is great, automatically you become humble. You are not the center of the universe. Right? In this satsang, I am the most special devotee. Is it humility or arrogance? Arrogance in satsang. Right? In this satsang, we all practice Krishna consciousness and Krishna is in the center. Is it humility or arrogance? Humility. That's simple, no? That's simple. It's not about you being in the center, keeping Krishna in the center is humility. So here, Lord Krishna is telling, now I'll explain to you how to work without fruitive results. O son of Pritha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondages of work. Work bondage. What does it mean? Work bondage. See, when you do something good, you will get the results in a good way. Good results you will get. Reactions, good reactions. When you do something bad, you will get bad reactions. Both of them are happening. Right? How many here believe, forget about spirituality, if you do good, you will get good. How many believe that? Right? If you do bad, you will get bad. You all believe that, right? Yes. But there is one problem in this material world. When you do good, to enjoy that good, you have to come back again. You do bad to take the reactions, then you have to come back again. Does it mean we should not do good? No, we should do good, but just one change. Do it on behalf of Krishna. That's all you need to do. Do that, but keeping Krishna in the center. You want to do Annadanam, right? One fellow in Pune suddenly felt I should do something for society. So he opened big what is it, lunch for all poor people, something like that. People do that philanthropy. He opened lunch and giving for all the poor people in Pune. It's actually real incident. He supplied 20,000 plates of mutton biryani. Because that fellow likes biryani. 20,000 plates of like mutton biryani he gave to all the poor people. Then when devotee went and asked him, Prabhu, what are you doing? So Annadaram is very nice. He first appreciated. Oh my God, you spent a fortune, maybe 20-30 lakhs you spent, right, to supply all that food for people. But do you know how much karma you accumulated? So what karma? I get good karma only. You will get good karma also, but you also get bad karma. What you have done is created so much bad karma on you, so much bad reaction. You killed so many goats. You created so much bloodshed, for your act of good. So he said, Prabhu, but then how should I do? He said, Prabhu, simple. Whatever you do, keep Krishna in the center, keep God in the center. Then that will become bhakti. All you have to do is prepare all that, but offer it to Krishna. And what is offered to Krishna? Not mutton biryani. Right? When you do Satyanarayana Vratam in your house, do you prepare mutton biryani? Huh? When you do Satyanarayana Vratam in the house, what do you prepare? You prepare something without onion, without garlic, without mushroom, without any non-vegetarian, without any egg. Right? Obviously, you all know that. Right? That is what you offer to God. That is what you eat. That is what you give to others. You could have supplied so much prashadam. In ISKCON, they're like, how many have gone to ISKCON Juhu? Anybody? You gone? Yes. 2 reasons people go to ISKCON Juhu. I only go for one reason. 2 reasons. One, the deities are very beautiful. Very beautiful temple, ISKCON Juhu. And there is a big Govinda's restaurant beside. You know how many items are there in the buffet menu? Chappan Bhog. 56 items. 56 items every single day. So I only go for prashadam. Sometimes and sometimes all the deity. That is my nature, what to do. But I am saying, Krishna, prashadam में तुम ही हो ना, प्रभु के साक्षात दर्शन, प्रसाद. प्रभु के साक्षात दर्शन. तो कृष्णा इज लाइक ओके बेटा आ जा, तो ये जन्म में इतना ही करेगा, तू खाएगा खिलाएगा. So that's why I went to ISKCON Juhu. And you go there, it's amazing. And it's more tastier than any buffet because there's Krishna in it. He's offered to the deities. Right? One of the times in Kartik month of Kartik, please go to Vrindavan or Govardhan in the month of Kartik. Very crowded. Go on the day of Govardhan Puja. There will be Govardhan Puja. In entire Braj, there might be more than 5,000 villages. Right? In entire Braj. Right from Agra all the way to top, almost to the close of Delhi. It's all UP. And that where Braj actually Chaurasi goes, but even further than that, every single house will have a Govardhan hill outside their house. Beautiful. You should see that. Every single house in Uttar Pradesh, there will be a small Govardhan hill. So many items made for Krishna. And when we go on yatras, we are all given an opportunity to make something for Krishna. And how many of us are going for yatra? Sometimes 5,000-6,000 people we go for yatra, right? And imagine 5,000-6,000 people cooking, 5,000-6,000 people cooking, right? So we'll be asked, okay, and there will be entry and there will be a counter. So they'll already get the groceries. They'll ask, what do you want to cook? I want to cook paneer butter masala. So they'll give me 4 kg paneer and they'll give me what all you want to put in masala. Prabhu, this. They'll immediately give me. They'll give me everything. Then I'll be given a pot and a particular location to sit and cook. My wife does that. My wife, my mother, everybody can do. Even I can do something. I should be careful. I'm cooking for Krishna. So better it be nice. So everybody cooks. You know how many items are cooked for Krishna when we offer the bhoga for Govardhan? Last year it was 1,800 items. 1,800 items. And people say, तुम लोग खाते क्या हो? अनिल नहीं खाते, गाली खाते क्या हो तुम लोग? मटन नहीं खाते, चिकन खाते क्या हो? तू आ वहाँ पे मर जाएगा देख के. 1800 items you'll see from here. Take a binocular like this. What did he make? How did it look like? Arey, it looks like that. He'll faint. People faint looking at that only. Just imagine you're standing there. 1800 items are in front. Anybody seen 1800 items in your life? No, they cannot see. That is the unfortunate thing. Come and see. 1800 minimum, 1800 items. And you're standing there and suddenly हवा का झोंका आता है उसके ऊपर से all the fragrance 1800 items will come and hit you and you're like ah yeah कृष्ण को मोटे लोग अच्छे लगते हैं इसलिए मोटा हो गया प्रसाद खा के प्रभु खाओ प्रभु माता जी प्रभु जी एक सत्संग में गया एक माता जी पूरी दे रही थी उन्होंने बोला पूरी दो मैं बोला दो लगा दिया मैंने बोला सिर्फ पूरी दो एक ही देना मैं आपने दो बोला मैं दो नहीं बोला भाषा में भी प्रॉब्लम है क्या करें तो ऐसे खिला के one of the mark of progress is small Gordon will come in front of you naturally it will come then you have to do Gordon parikrama to bring it down so that is bhakti. Bhakti is filled with happiness, right? Filled with joy, where you keep Krishna in the center. Keep Krishna in the center. That's what he's telling. There's a big purport, but I've told you the saranksha, the main part of it I've explained. But I would request you to read. Prabhupada mostly talks about Sankhya Yoga, how analytical study is also important to understand, but ultimately, you should work for Krishna. Now, this next shloka is very beautiful shloka. It's your insurance policy. Okay, you can write it on the top, insurance policy. Okay, please repeat after me. Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Svalpam apyasya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayat. Yes. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. And a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Right? Insurance policy against fear. What is the most dangerous type of fear, Prabhu? What is the greatest fear everybody has? Death. Kab marunga? Kaise marunga? When will I die? How will I die? How will it come? It is there. Don't deny. Even Sikandar ka Sikandar is singing that song. वो क्या हंसते हुए जो आएगा हंसते हुए जो जाएगा वो is also careful. मौत का डर सभी को है. If somebody says I don't care, I want, उसको बालकनी पे खड़ा करो. मैं हूँ यंगा के 13th floor के बोल बेटा बोल क्या बोल रहा था? मैं चल अंदर आ जा. लेकिन everybody is scared of that. Of course, there are some fools who try to do that gimmick and they die also. But what is the use of that death? What is the use of that death? Like, this is useless, like you should not waste your human life to prove somebody they're doing extreme sport. Somebody is climbing hill. I used to live in Denver. What are the mountains beside Denver? I forgot. Smoky Mountains? Rocky Mountains. Very famous. Denver is famous for hiking, right? So our house was right at the foothills of the mountains. Huge mountains, not like ordinary mountains. Huge mountains. And whole world goes there for trekking and hiking, right? It's a big tourist place. So sometimes when my chanting is not, when I'm struggling in chanting, I would go and sit in the Rocky Mountains. Just take my car, just 10 minutes drive, I'm in the Rocky Mountains. Jaake baith gaya. Now I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I opened my eyes. One fellow is climbing the hill. अरे बाप रे, उसको देख के मेरा chanting improve होता था. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. कब मरेगा मालूम नहीं. You don't know when that fellow will die. Literally without anything they'll climb. It's called what is that? Free climbing. There is a word for that actually. Anyway, I forgot that word. They use that word for climbing without any ropes. Free fall or something like that. There are many famous people who did that. They used to be. They are all dead now. They keep dying. जैसे बंदर के देते मर गए. अच्छा, I watch you. फिर मर गया. What is the use of your Next life, Krishna will fulfill that desire. He'll make you a monkey. Nicely you can climb, no problem. Right? I'll make you ant. He says you can go. Ant falls also, it will not die. You know that, right? Ant will fall to Himalaya also, it will nicely come down. It will come down, eat a sugar, and again start climbing. Right? So you don't have to do that being a human being. But people do that, waste their life for no reason, climbing, doing this, doing that. I want to cross the English Channel by swimming. Why you have to do that? Last life as a fish, you already did it. You are bringing the fish tendency in this life also. Huh? I want to 25-kilometer marathon. Right? Why you have to do all that? These all things are a diversion. Human life is not for doing marathons. Human life is doing book marathon. Right? It's distributing books, reading books. This is important. Human life is not to do animalistic work. Human life is to do human work. Human work is to become self-realized. So here, in any endeavor you do, fear of death is there, but Krishna is ensuring against that fear of death. Nehabhikramanajosti pratyavayano vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya. Kitna trayate mahato bhayat. Trayate mahato bhayat. He is delivering you from the fear. How? By performing little dharma re baba, ज़्यादा नहीं. कलिगा में ज़्यादा कर भी नहीं सकते. टाइम नहीं किसी के पास. है कि नहीं? स्वल्पम, पंचम. स्वल्पम मतलब तेलुगु में होता है. हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना स्वल्प. हाँ. Swalp is a very common word. Swalpam थोड़ा तो करो. But by doing that swalpam, little swalpam, you'll be delivered from the greatest fear. Right? If you perform Krishna consciousness, you're already performing actually. This is bhakti. You're already doing one type of devotion. There are 9 processes of devotion. Right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Atma Nivedanam. Shravanam, to hear. You're already hearing. You're already performing devotion. Devotion doesn't have to be like Ambi Jagravati and Gumao Firama. Just by hearing about Krishna is very pleased. You're already performing. You can't do anything else. Just sit down and hear. Every day, not just Sunday morning. Every day you can hear. There's so many wonderful lectures of Bhagavad Gita given by many Prabhujis. Like this next Sunday evening, Radhesham Prabhu is coming. Right? My Shiksha Guru is coming. I request all of you to please block your Sunday evening also. If some relative says he's coming Sunday evening, what do?
Bring him also.
उसको लेकर आओ. अपने मजे फिर नहीं आएगा. So bring all the people towards Krishna. Right? Sunday morning also we'll have class. Sunday evening also we'll have class. Right? And Sunday evening we are celebrating the festival of deities. All the devotees will get the deities. How many here have a Laddu Gopal in your house? Bring the Laddu Gopal. लेकर आओ. है कि नहीं? How many here have a nice Krishna picture? Bring the picture. Bring all your altars at one place. The whole house, the whole hall will be filled with your heart on one side. And then we'll do combined aarti. It'll be nice, no? Right? Everybody is looking at your Krishna, my Krishna. But Prabhu, Krishna is one only. No. Krishna is one, at the same time is separate for everybody. Krishna has a personal relationship with everybody. When Sandeep Prabhu will go to Goloka, Krishna has a separate relationship with him. He'll treat him in a different way as compared to Srinivas Prabhu. Again, completely different. Because that's how Krishna is. Personal relationship. Bhakti is not about general. When there is one God, you all submit to him, keep your head on that feet. No. Krishna will go and tell his friends in Goloka, keep your head on my feet. They'll remove his feet and put his head on their feet. In Goloka Vrindavan, there is no God. You know that, right? In Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna is not God. Krishna is just one of the cowherd boys. Nobody knows that he is God. And he wants it to be like that. Krishna doesn't know. No gopi thinks that you are the worshipful God. One gopi will even, twist his hand and say, another time I see you near my house. तेरे को बहुत पड़ेगा खाना. एक और बार यहाँ पे नहीं आना. ठीक है नहीं आऊँगा मैं. Next morning he go and do the same function. So that's how Goloka Vrindavan is, right? And he has a separate relationship with everybody. That's the beauty of bhakti. The way Krishna will reciprocate with your wife is different by the way he will reciprocate with you. Right? And that is the beauty of bhakti. We have realized that you have a personal relationship with Krishna. Every single person sitting here has an exclusive personal relationship with Krishna, which is very different. Very, very different. Kubza. Kubza was one lady in Mathura, right? When Krishna went to Mathura, Kubza looked at Krishna. She was hunchback lady, 3 times, twisted. So she used to prepare chandan for Kamsa. She was taking that chandan and going to Kamsa's, palace. At that time, Krishna came along with Balram. Most beautiful Krishna is walking in Mathura. How old was he? 14 years old. Right? Very beautiful. And he is walking with, and then he saw Kubza, this hunchback lady. He went to her. And he looked at her and said, "Please put the chandan on me. Please put the chandan on me." And Kubza was like, she could barely lift her head up. She was hunchback, like completely twisted her back. Barely. I can't do that. You're too tall. I can't do that. And one person came and told her, "Hey, he is enemy of Kamsa. If Kamsa gets to know about that you have given this chandan to him, Kamsa will come and kill you." Kubza said, "That's okay. That doesn't matter for me. He's very beautiful. My most beautiful Lord has come here. I want to keep that chandan on his forehead." Right? She's completely. And the same thing, just before meeting Kubza, Krishna goes to a dhobi who washes clothes for Kamsa. He maintains the clothes of Kamsa. And he says, "I want those clothes." The dhobi says, "What nonsense, you are nothing. How dare you ask this clothes, that clothes?" Krishna just takes his hand, he hits on his head. He'll go to Patal Loka. He'll go. Right? Because he sees this fellow doesn't have any devotion. Then he comes to this Kubza, simple lady. She should be double scared of Kamsa. She can't protect herself. And she doesn't care about Kamsa. She's like, "I want to keep this chandan on you." And Krishna says, "Okay, I will." So he says, "No, you only have to put the chandan." She's like, "You bend down, I will put the chandan." Krishna will say, "I'll not bend down." And Krishna even stands straight. Lagao. Even he does it. He gives a little pain in the beginning. That's the devotional process. Devotional process in the beginning is a little painful. She's like, Krishna, she's trying to lift herself. He's not bending even. How merciless is Krishna? If somebody is, like struggling, at least he'll go down. Now, ticket, daldo, garland, daldo, no, like this kind. Why is he doing that? To straighten her. To straighten all of us also, Krishna will do some things. Bhakti will give that. Then Krishna will give the ultimate jerk. He keeps his feet on her thumb. He takes his hand and keeps under her jaw, and he gives her a jerk. Right? That jerk, she'll just stand straight. And in her life, she never stood straight. She becomes straight. A beautiful woman, like Apsara, she'll look like. Beautiful figure, beautiful complexion, beautiful eyes. Nobody saw her like that. In one jerk, Krishna makes her the most beautiful woman of Mathura. Right? And then she will keep the chandan on his face. That's Krishna. Right? He's so attractive. But remember, that jerk was needed. And we all also would get the jerk in life. No? Devotional life mein test aayega beta. Don't think satsang is only suno or khao. Beach mein kuch aayega, jerk aayega, hai ki nahi? And the jerk will be what jerk? Where your ego is sitting. That is where Krishna knows. Where your ego is sitting, I don't know. Nobody here is innocent. 5 kilo leke aaya ego. Hai andar. Krishna knows where it is sitting. He will go and press the button there. And it will be a very painful test. Very painful test. But he will test you. To make you what? To make you more beautiful. Just like that Kubza. To become more beautiful. And as soon as she stood up, everybody were clapping. "Hey, Khana, kya kar diya tu? What did you do? You just made that lady stand up." And then Krishna is like, "Okay." Then she says, "I have a desire." He says, "What is that desire?" And she says, "I want to associate with you physically. I want to have a physical, like sex. I want to have with you." Now, what would Krishna say for that? He said, "Gee, what is this? This is not right desire. What are you speaking?" No, Krishna doesn't say that. He says, "Okay, I will come when it's the right time." How can God do this? Just imagine. How can he do that? He did that. He said, "I'll come when it's the right time." And that Leela is there in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is Swayam Bhakti. Right? Swayam, a scripture filled with Amala, Purana, not a single spot. It's there in Bhagavatam, where Krishna says, I will come and surrender. You want to love me that way. That is love. Krishna says the love. That she wants to associate with me physically. And Krishna doesn't find any fault in it. He says, yes, I'll come. When it is the right time, I'll come. Now I have to go. I have to kill that Kamsa fellow. Of course, he doesn't tell all that. He's like, I have some duty now. I have to kill that Kamsa fellow. Right? And then I have to, I have to go to Gurukul also. My mother is waiting. Abhi tak school hi nahi gaya main. 14 years. Sandipati Muni is waiting for me. I have to go to jail, finish my studies with him. Then I'll come. I'll remember. Don't worry. The moment he gives a promise to his devotee, Kubza, he leaves. And Kubza is waiting for him. It is explained that Krishna comes back and then he meets Uddhav. Uddhav is Brahaspati. He is a student of Brahaspati. Very intelligent person. And he looks almost like Krishna. He's a cousin of Krishna. So they both go and they are going around Mathura and suddenly Krishna says, Uddhav, I have a very personal work. I remembered I have a very personal work. There is a devotee waiting for me. Okay? And Uddhav says, who is that? Who is the devotee? He said, there is a lady called Kubza. She's waiting for me. And I have to go and fulfill her desire. And then Uddhav is like, where does she live? Here only, come with me. So they go. Kubza looks, oh my Krishna has come. Supreme, most beautiful. Akarshaiti iti Krishna. How beautiful is he? She immediately says, okay, Krishna, please come inside. I will get ready. She goes, she takes bath. She puts on all the aroma that will arouse the physical attraction. And she will decorate her house with all curtains which are flying like with whole environment is conducive for that act to happen. And Krishna tells Uddhav, you sit outside, I'll go inside. So Uddhav is sitting outside, Krishna goes inside. He goes and sits in the chamber, right in the bed, he sits there. And then she comes. Very nice, beautiful sari or whatever she's wearing. She comes to Krishna and Krishna touches her head. Krishna touches her head. And as soon as he touches her head, her enjoyment goes beyond just the physical that she's looking at. She desires complete love for Krishna. And she falls at his feet. Krishna, you have satisfied my desires. I was thinking something very cheap. But you have given me something more than that. You have given pure love towards you. Now understand that gopis love. Right? A lot of people think that Krishna means physical attraction for gopis and gopis are running on. No. Krishna gives something that nobody can give. That pure love is so great. You are completely with Krishna. Completely, you are Krishna's. You don't see anything else except Krishna. Everywhere you see Krishna. And Krishna is everywhere looking at you. Right? You are the most important person for Krishna. And Krishna also gives you that importance. And Kubza cries that Krishna, you even fulfilled this desire of mine? You knew how bad my desire was. My desire was not pure. But you saw the purity of my intentions. And you came all the way to fulfill that. And you have given me the highest devotion. And she becomes an eternal devotee. She is an eternal associate. Right? That is Krishna. However you love Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate. However you love Krishna. Right? Because Krishna sees our love. The way we want to love is not as important. The pure love itself is his. In whatever condition you are, do that and that's enough for Krishna. If Krishna comes to your house and you have a nice kitchen, you have all that, you can cook for Krishna, do it. And if Krishna comes to your house, you have nothing. You have nothing. Give him some water with love. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome, Bhakta, Pranashyati. That's enough. Krishna will take that water as if that water is filled with love. Once, Raghunath Das Goswami, a great Goswami, it was it's a long story. I will not get into the long story. But he was a king. He was a Jamindar. And he becomes a devotee, a very humble devotee. And he lives in Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, is also in Jagannath Puri. And Raghunath Das Goswami pays obeisances to every devotee he sees in Jagannath Puri. throughout the day. So how many devotees are there in Jagannath Puri? At least he would see 10,000 people in a day. And how many obeisances is paying?
10,000.
10,000 obeisances. That means he's all the time paying obeisances only. Right? And he barely eats anything. Then he takes some prasad given in the temple, little bit. Then he starts thinking, oh, I think I'm doing sense gratification. I'm in Jagannath Puri and I'm eating prasadam, I'm eating sense gratification. No, I should not eat this. Then he takes only little morsel for himself in a day. So this is also sense gratification. Then he says, no, I think my senses are too pulling me. I can't become a proper Vaishnava. This is not right. I should not eat all this. I should not be in Jagannath Puri and eat all this prasadam. Then he looks for, then obviously you have to eat something. Then he sees that when people eat and sometimes something is left, they throw it and it rots. And then cows come and eat a little. Then cows also eat and then leave the remaining, which cows also don't eat. Kind of spoiled rice or little. He goes at the end of the day with nobody's knowledge. He goes there, he picks up that. Right? And some corner he'll go and say, I have to eat this because I have to survive. But this is also sense gratification. Then he's eating a little of that and he's thinking that nobody should look at him because he's doing sense gratification. You can't understand a devotee's mind. It's so sacred. But one person can understand a devotee's mind. Who is that? Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. He comes there and says, hey Raghunath, I heard you are eating too much these days. Just imagine. I heard you are doing sense gratification. I heard you are having the best prasadam. That's what you are doing in Jagannath Puri. See how Krishna teases, huh? The same jerk. Right? And Raghunath was like, no Mahaprabhu, whatever I'm eating. No, you have to give me. How can you eat? You can't just sit and eat and enjoy here. You have to give me also. Raghunath also, no, Mahaprabhu. He's hiding that. Whatever that little prasadam that even cows left, he's holding that little prasadam. His meal for the day. He's holding like this. He said, no, Mahaprabhu, nothing is there. No, give me. You are holding something very special behind your back. You have to give that to me. Said, Raghunath, no. Then Mahaprabhu's hands are very big. Ajanu Baha, that. Supreme Lord, his hands go to the knees. That's how even Lord Ram was, right? Big arms. So he comes and he grabs him from one side, he pulls the prasadam, he pulls that potli out, that little prasadam in his hand, and he eats it. And he says, Mahaprabhu is filled with tears. He said, Raghunath, you are eating the best prasadam of Jagannath Puri and you are not sharing it with me? And Raghunath, Mahaprabhu, what did you do? How can you eat that? You shouldn't eat that. That is contaminated. That is bad. You shouldn't have done that. Now what will happen to me? You have taken this from my hands and you have eaten. What will happen to me? What did I do? And you ate this. And he starts crying. And Mahaprabhu starts crying. Raghunath, your humility is killing me. Why are you eating this? But what you're eating is the essence of Jagannath. The best of the prasad, right? And he starts eating. Mahaprabhu starts eating. That's how Krishna is. When he comes as Lord Ram, he eats the bitten bears of Shabari. Bitten. Will you eat that? Somebody comes to, oh, Mati, please sit down. But Ram did that. Maryada Purushottam Ram. Maryada Purushottam. Maryada means the one who follows all the principles of religion. It is mode of ignorance to eat jhuta. You know that? You should never eat anybody's jhuta. Only person who can eat the jhuta is wife of the husband. That's all. You should never take anybody's from somebody else's plate. Oh, Mataji, so Prabhuji, थोड़ा बच रहा है, थोड़ा ले लो ना, नहीं, never. उसको लेके जा, कल भी खा, लेकिन don't, and you should not take from somebody's plate without his permission. It's called mode of ignorance. These days, like people drink cool drink, तुम भी पियो, चार लोग उसको, ठीक है, पूरा झूठा. It's mode of ignorance. That will, what it will do, it will spoil your consciousness. Spoil your consciousness. Never ever do that. Right? That is dharma. It's part of religion. And what is Lord Ram doing? What is he doing? He is eating the jhuta of a lady who is not his wife. She's another lady, elderly, but it's not even right. Right? And he is eating with a lot of devotion. Lakshman is looking, what is happening? ये क्या कर रहा है? Ram is sitting and eating, and she's nicely. No, this is not good. This is not good. This is Ram eating. Ram is taking that. It's like he's looking at her and he's eating, and both of them are crying. Shabari is crying, Lord Ram is crying. That is devotion. That is Krishna. He looks at love. Whatever we do it with
Love.
love. And that is dharma. What is dharma? Whatever you do it with love for Krishna. Follow the principles that he has mentioned. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. You do that. And if you do that, what will happen? Trayate mahato bhayat. No more fear in life. You will not be scared of anything in life. You lose anything, Krishna leke gaya. You get anything, Krishna deke gaya. Krishna leke gaya ya Krishna deke gaya. Everything, nothing belongs to us. Nothing belongs to us. There was one ISKCON devotee, was a German, European, and he had beautiful family, his wife and 2 children, and wonderful devotee. And they all were practicing Krishna consciousness. They were driving in I think somewhere in Italy or Germany. Germany. I forgot the Prabhuji's name. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, name is not important. So, he is a disciple of Sachidanand Swami Maharaj. Right? There is a great sannyasi in ISKCON called, his name is Sachidanand Swami Maharaj. He is German himself. So he was driving a car and suddenly the car accident happened. In that accident, his wife and both the children died. Like it was a brutal accident on the road. Right? He was so much devastated. Okay, so this happened. Then what did he do next? He said, Krishna, okay, now Krishna, you are happy with the devotion, you have taken my wife and children to your abode. Now I can perform more bhakti. He became a full-time devotee in New Vrindavan and he became the temple president of New Vrindavan. Okay? See how a devotee looks at it. He will not tell Krishna, kya kiya mere biwi ko le liya, she was a devotee, you are devotee. Okay, theek hai, she was your devotee, that's the reason he took her. He had no complaints. You understanding? It's a very difficult thing to understand for a normal person. Even if you lose something in life, that is Krishna's plan. And Krishna wants you to become more fixed up. So that's what he did. He became full-time devotee. Once I went to Nirvana temple, and I was asking, where is the dormitory? Where should I go? It was an empty temple. It's between 7-8 mountains. Very remote place. It's called New Vrindavan. And then I went there and I wanted to ask. There was nobody around, and where is the dormitory? Where is this room number? I wanted to ask. But one person was sweeping in front of the temple. The whole place he was sweeping. Where is the temple? Where is this? He said, Prabhu, you can go like that. There you'll find the reception. From there you can get your room. Then later on I found out he's the temple president. Temple president is not sitting on a desk, waiting to give decisions. He was sweeping in front of the temple. Like literally sweeping. And he was the same devotee I'm talking about. That's when I got to know his whole why, how he came here. Right? Special devotees who have never seen any fault in anything that happens in their life because they believe in this mantra. Neha vikramana shostri pratyavayana vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahashubhayat. Anything that happens for good. Very difficult to say that, right? बहुत मुश्किल है बोलना और प्रैक्टिस करना तो और भी मुश्किल है. There was one devotee who was a IT manager in America. I'm talking about in early 90s, 95, 96. He's already a manager in a big position. Then I looked at a sannyasi. His name is Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj. Right? He looked at that sannyasi. That sannyasi was preaching more on Varnashrama Dharma, how to set up farm communities, how to set up cow protection, all that he was preaching. He is a Prabhupada disciple. Now, he looked at this sannyasi Maharaj. He said, I'm dedicating my life. So he resigned from his job. He completely used all his corporate skills, everything. He said, I'm going to use it now in Krishna consciousness. He became a brahmachari. Right? He became brahmachari. And he was helping Maharaj set up different communities in different countries. Indonesia, in Canada, in North America, so many places. And his name is Govinda Prabhu. Right? The devotee's name is Govinda Prabhu. And he would take care of Maharaj very clearly. Wherever Maharaj goes, what Maharaj should eat, what Maharaj is how is Maharaj being taken care. And Maharaj doesn't have one leg. How did he lose his one leg? When he was trying to protect the deity of Radharani in Mayapur. There was an attack by Naxalites and they shot and he kept his leg in front of, and he lost his leg. They amputated his leg. He just goes. He came to our satsang. Yes. Yeah. So this going Prabhu, he was taking care of that Maharaj. And I met him 2-3 times. And suddenly he got a problem with his liver. Extreme problem. They said you have to replace your liver. There is no other way. He was looking for the right donor. And we were raising funds. It cost like 60-70 lakhs to replace the liver. Nothing less than that. They were struggling and people were dying to raise money for him. We had a small campaign in our satsang to raise money. Everybody would give whatever you can, 10,000, 5,000, 2,000. Keep raising. So we did all that. And recently, it became even more difficult. They said in Chennai there is a hospital. You have to go and stay there. He sold all his properties, everything, and gave it to Krishna already. He doesn't have anything. So during that time, people are raising money and there is a hospital and they're looking for the next donor. His name came in the list. Next donor is his donor. Simple. Now, whenever the next donor comes, his operation will happen. At that point, he got to know that his Guru Maharaj is traveling, around the world for preaching. He has a need for buying his flight ticket. What does he do? He sells his car. He takes that money and sends it for buying his flight ticket. And one devotee is like, Prabhu, we are raising money for you so that we can get that operation. How can you give you sold your car? How can you send that money to what do you call that? Your guru? And he said, Prabhu, if Krishna is pleased, he'll protect me. Right? If Krishna is pleased, he'll protect me. Why should I be worried? My job is to serve my guru. So that's all he did. Right? And just after a few days, he got a very severe cardiac arrest and he passed away. Just before the transplant, he left. And then we had a memorial of the devotee recently in Mayapur. And so many devotees are coming and crying. Literally, anybody sitting there would just sit and cry. 6 hours people are just crying, remembering what all he has done for everybody. How great a Vaishnava he was. And how Krishna protected him. Now a materialistic person, he was such a nice devotee that his brother became a devotee. Right? He got initiated by his own Rompad Swami Maharaj, another great sannyasi. So he changed so many lives of so many people. There was one devotee's daughter. She was giving an offering. That was the most painful offering. She was coming and telling that she was not very positive towards Krishna consciousness. Like her parents were devotees, she was struggling. Like, no, I don't want to, people are too strict or this and that. And this devotee used to go to her house and used to tell her, forget about all this. You'll have ice cream? We'll go. What ice cream you like? I like this. Let's go and have ice cream. So he used to take the little girl and go for eating ice cream. And every time they used to meet, he used to talk so many things. He made her so comfortable that the girl started chanting. And now this devotee has passed away. The girl was crying that now my guru has gone. Who will help me? Who will understand my needs? See, that's what a devotee does. You can't imagine what a devotee does. He sacrifices his life for others. That's Krishna acting through a devotee. Right? For what? For practicing little dharma. So if you practice little dharma, trayate mahato bhayat, you will be saved. We all should do that. This is a rare opportunity we have got. Right? And if you just practice what is given in Bhagavad Gita, your life will be filled with happiness and you will not be fearful of death and you will not be affected by anything that happens in your life. You will not be affected. When I see devotees like this around me, I feel so much strength. They are going through so much and they have not a single tinge of disturbance in their spiritual life. That's what is needed, isn't it? We need practical examples who will motivate us to become Krishna conscious, who will motivate us to come to satsang no matter what. You can see the sacrifice. I look at Aditya Prabhu and you see that whole fractured leg. He's still coming. That is devotion, Prabhu. That's an example. You should be able to see. What? Not only physical difficulty, even family problems, relationship problems, right? Distance problems, monetary problems to come to satsang. People can have. There was one devotee who was struggling to come to satsang because he did not have money in Bombay. Right? His name is Vishwarup Prabhu. Now he is a great doctor. In early days, he did not have money to go to satsang. To buy even a bus ticket, he did not have money. So Srinathji Prabhu used to organize the satsangs, looked at this boy, in early 80s, he looked at him. Prabhu, why don't you come regularly? He didn't tell anything. Once in a while he used to come, once in a while he used not come. He didn't tell anything because how can I tell? He doesn't have money. So Srinathji Prabhu understood somehow. Then he said, Prabhu, I want to do service to Vaishnavas. My service is I'll sponsor your bus ticket. I'll sponsor your ticket. Can you come every week? I'll have service for you. He was into tears. Krishna. He gave money. Right? And he started coming regularly. Now he's one of the most renowned doctors in doctor's circle. Right? I don't know his materialistic name. But in spiritual name is Vishwarup Prabhu. Every year for the last 20 years is conducting eye camp in Barsana and the hilly mountains there, where he goes and removes the cataract for a lot of people. Thousands of people. See how he's reciprocating back. Few bus tickets that were provided for him to come to satsang, and see now how he's giving back. When you see these devotees, you know why I go to Yatra? Because I see not one Krishna, I see so many Krishnas and so many. They're all devotees of Krishna. We will never become Krishna, but I see Krishna working from so many devotees. When you look at them, my God, this is spiritual life. And then you feel so insignificant. What did I do in spiritual life to deserve to be here? Right? I'm doing nothing. My wife nicely cooks. I'm nicely eating and sleeping. I'm not doing any devotion. But look at these devotees, how they are doing devotion. There are some Matajis in Maharashtra. They can't afford to go by train. They can't afford to go anywhere. They don't have money. So all of us pool satsang. And satsang, this yatra happens. We all pool money, and some money is used for their tickets. Right? Very simple Matajis from villages. They can't afford going to Vrindavan, going to Mayapur, and actually accommodating them, giving them prashadam, so many things. It's expensive. And all the devotees make, pool up money for them. And you know what that Matajis do? We all wait to go to Yatra to eat the chapatis made by those Matajis. They make chapatis for 5,000 devotees every day. All those Matajis, they all sit in a big room, separate place, and they all make chapatis. Right? All of them are excellent chapatis. Not like the chapatis that you find outside. Very thin, very soft. And 5,000 people, chapatis are made. And sannyasis go to the place where they're making chapatis and they pay Dandavat Pranam to those Matajis, saying, your devotion is greater than any devotion. Right? So this is ISKCON society. The society of Krishna consciousness, where we appreciate, where we can see every devotee's sacrifice and every devotee's contribution. And when Krishna sees that, then he says this verse, Neha Vikramana Shosti, Pratyavayana Vidyate, Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya, Trayate Mahatobhaya. Don't even worry about it. I'll take care of everything. Right? Any questions on this verse? What is the time? 10:30. Today we only finished 2 verses, but very important verses. And the next verse number 41, we'll do next week. But this is a very, very important verse. I'm spending a little more time on these very fundamental verses. After that, we'll go very fast. Karma Yoga and all will go fast. But I want you to understand the importance of these verses. Right? Next verse is a favorite verse of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's favorite verse. Vyavasayatmika buddhireka purnandana bahushakanantascha abuddhira vyavasayina. And this verse will help you in your careers also. This verse talks about being focused. Krishna is talking about being focused. Ekaho purnandana. Your focus should be like on one point, single point. Bahushaka. Shaka means many branches. If you're focusing many branches, I go here also, there also, there also. It will not go. One place you please keep the focus on me, Krishna says, and you will achieve everything. Vyavasaya, Athika, Buddhi. Vyavasaya is spiritual. I already told a little bit of the words, but we'll discuss more next week. So, any questions you have? Anybody? Probably आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? हाँ, anything you want to share?
बहुत धन्यवाद।
अरे नहीं,
बाकी कुछ मेरे मन में कुछ था जानने के लिए, वो भी मैं बाद में बात पूछूंगा आपसे, आपके पिछले लेक्चर के बारे में।
अच्छा जी, गौर लीला
हैं?
गौर लीला जो आपने अटेंड किया था उसमें गौरंग महाप्रभु।
ये अभी कल इसने मेरे को बताया था, वो आपका एक ऐसे साथ सेशन था 2019 का, उसका इसने मेरे को पार्ट 8 कल इसने मेरे को सिखाया था, कर्म सीक्रेट्स ऑफ डेथ। अच्छा, हाँ जी, उसमें कुछ प्रश्न था तो भी थोड़ी देर पूछूंगा मैं,
प्रयत्न करूंगा आंसर करने का, नहीं आता तो फिर मालूम करके बताऊं।
अरे नहीं, आपको बात मालूम है।
और कोई प्रश्न प्रभु जी, आप एनी क्वेश्चन? थैंक यू, आप इतना दूर आए, वेरी ग्रेटफुल, and all of you very grateful that you have chosen to come here. I'm very sorry I came a little late. My wife already gave me a class in the morning that I shouldn't go late. But I'm like, I want to charge my battery. Even today, I got up a little late. I only finished like 12 rounds. I finished. Another 4 hours still there. So my battery is not fully charged. When fully charged battery is not there, obviously the performance also will not be good. So, any other questions? Any reflections? Any reflections? No?
I have questions. Like yesterday we were discussing about the desires. So what if I desire, like I want a 4-wheeler and I was not able to fulfill, I die on the next day. So what will happen? I will come back again for that 4-wheeler?
Yes, someday Krishna will give you that 4-wheeler.
Then again I have to come back the next day.
Yeah, you have to come back.
So do you think like we should not desire, that means because this desire I have to come back?
No, you should keep Krishna in the center. Why am I buying that 4-wheeler? I am buying that 4-wheeler so I can take 3 more devotees with me to ASK. Right? I am buying that 4-wheeler so that I can take some Prabhu and take him around and show Hyderabad, and show some holy place in Hyderabad. I am serving. I am buying that 4-wheeler so I can take books in it and distribute. Right? I am buying that 4-wheeler so me and my wife can take a temporary, vacation and go to the places that she wants to go, right? Around India. I want to go to all the holy places. Then you will not come back to that vehicle. Keep Krishna in it. Like there is one Mataji in Hyderabad. Her Guru Maharaj was coming to Hyderabad. First time, or rather after a long time, he was coming. And she said, my Guru Maharaj should not travel in any ordinary car. He did not want it. He will even sit on a bike and go. If you see in Dham, in Vrindavan and all, one person is driving Luna is sitting beside that Maharaj is going, holding his danda. Like that. Sannyasis don't need anything, but that Mataji is very particular. No, my Guru Maharaj is coming. She should not go in. I should take him in a best car. Everybody like, what is this woman going to do? She went and bought a Mercedes E-Class or something. Mercedes. She can afford it. Krishna has given that opulence. I'm not telling you should buy, but she can afford it. She bought that whatever series, latest series. They said, this car is not used by anybody. My Guru Maharaj will keep the first feet in this car. She didn't allow anybody to sit in that car, even her husband. You sit back. This is where my Guru Maharaj will sit. She took that car with the driver and she went to the airport. Maharaj, please sit. Maharaj didn't see Mercedes, but he saw the love in her. How much she is thinking about, her Guru. So when you are having that kind of desire, keeping Guru, Krishna in the center, then you will not take birth again. No question. In fact, you will get a vehicle in Gorakhpur. Right? Keep Krishna in center and there is no attachment, there is no bondage. Yajnartha karma nitro lokoyam karma bandhana tadartha karma konteya yukta sangha samachara. 3rd chapter Krishna says. That is how you should do karma. Yajna should be there. No attachment. Do it as a duty without any attachment. One Mataji is like, my Prabhu doesn't take me anywhere. जब देखो सत्संग 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 सत्संग, then I call that, what is your problem? क्या प्रभु, कहाँ जाने से क्या मिलता है? सत्संग में सब मिलता है, वो बहुत हो गया, तो 2 महीने तक दिख मत सत्संग। बीवी को लेके जा, लेके जाओ उसको, take her to some nice places, right? Wherever she wants to go, spend time with family also, right? Bring your family to satsang. At the same time, also spend time with family, because Krishna will be pleased, he'll be displeased if you're not taking care of your family properly. है कि नहीं? हर जगह पे हर सत्संग में वही दिख रहा है, तू घर नहीं जा रहा है क्या? It's a holistic package. It's a family package. That's why I tell, when you come to satsang, come as a family. Krishna will be very pleased. Very, very pleased. Come as a, try to do everything to bring your spouses. Then torture them to come to satsang, no problem. But once they come to satsang, you together will blossom like a beautiful garland. A garland is beautiful because there are so many varieties of flowers in it. One color is never that attractive, isn't it? There are 10 colors very attractive. Husband, wife, son-in-law, mother-in-law, child, grandchild, Krishna. Now put this garland to me. This garland is very beautiful. If I am only coming my own garland, my garland, ka garland, not that attractive. I mean, there can be challenges. Krishna knows the challenges, but we should do our full effort to bring our family towards Krishna consciousness, including your children. रोज मेरा बच्चा बैठता नहीं, हम लोग कैसे बैठे थे? सभी देख रहे हो? बैठेंगे, बच्चे अपने आप समझ जाएंगे, ठीक है, हंसेंगे, she took him out, she can brought him inside, ये चलता रहेगा. When I went to satsang first time, both my sons were almost this age, Mataji. My elder son was 3 years. My younger son was 1.5 years. That is when I took them to satsang and keep them in Bhagavad. These people, they are very pious actually. बहुत अच्छे बच्चे. मेरे को तो पूरा 3 फ्लोर चलाया. Both my sons. Boston Temple was 3 floors size. 32nd, 32 Commonwealth Avenue. भागते रहते, मेरे को लेक्चर सुनने दे रहे. नहीं, भागो. My wife used to say, I used to run around that. यात्रा में भागो. But that's okay. You know, slowly they also understood. ठीक है, one satsang पापा, तुम बैठो, मैं भी बैठूंगा, ठीक है, compromise. Right? So please, you know, it's not about small children, big children. Bring everybody to Krishna consciousness. Give them an opportunity. They may not like it in the beginning, just like that kubza. थोड़ा जर्क चाहिए, थोड़ा जर्क तो लगेगा, उसके बाद अपने आप संभलेगा. Then you will see, oh, this is so beautiful. Satsang family is so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So I also request, yes.
Prabhuji, I had a question.
Yeah.
Once we get liberated and coming to Krishna consciousness, after we die, do we go to Goloka, Vrindavana, or to Vaikuntha?
See, Vaikuntha and Goloka, there is only one difference. Vaikuntha, you are in the mood of, Dasya Bhav. You are more like, I want to serve and be with you, and Sarupya. You also get Sarupya Mukti, where you look like Narayan. Exactly, you will get a body like Narayan. Right? And Samipya Mukti, you will be very close to Narayan. Samipya. Right? Salokya Mukti, you will be very, very exactly the place where Narayan is there. You will also be in that place. Right? But the mood of service there is Dasya Bhav. If you have that Bhav, you will also go to Vaikuntha. There's nothing less or more going to Vaikuntha. But Goloka is a little different mode altogether. Goloka Vrindavan is where Lord Vishnu is in full action. In Vaikuntha, he sleeps on the Shesha and he is with Srimati Lakshmi Devi. When he goes to Goloka, then he is no more God. He is no more God. Some devotees want Krishna like that. Right? So that is how it is. According to your desire, you go. Anywhere you go. If you are a devotee of Lord Nrsimhadev, you will go to Nrsimhadev's planet in Vaikuntha. There is a planet for Nrsimhadev in Vaikuntha. You go there. And you will serve Nrsimhadev in the mood that you want him Dasya Bhav mostly. In Nrsimhadev planet, Nrsimhadev will not look like Nrsimhadev. He will not take a lion. He is in Vishnu form only. But that Vishnu comes here as Nrsimhadev. You understand? Narsingha avatar is taking that avatar is when he comes to the material world. When he goes back, he is in the original Narsingha. That Vishnu who has came as Narsingadev is sitting there like Vishnu only. But he is the Vishnu who takes the avatar of Narsinghadev. And there is a Rama, right? Rama here, but there is Vishnu only. But Krishna is avatari. He is the source of all the avatars. Narayan is sitting and thinking, when will I go home? Your office work both ho gaya. That home is Goloka. Where is Krishna? Krishna tu Bhagwan Swayam. He is the original, he is the source sitting there. Did I answer your question? Okay. So, one more question or done? Quick question? Don't think they're not listening. They are observing, they are hearing what they should hear. Right? Children, until 5 years, they'll grasp that. Right now, their consciousness is just absorb. Everything that they see from their parents outside, absorb like anything. And if you're giving good things to them, they absorb and they become a different personality. Right? That is the age. That's the reason in the young age they teach shlokas to children. Shlokas. Easy to learn. Children can learn shlokas like this. Abhi आप लोग बोलो shloka, आधा attendance उड़ जाएगा यहाँ से. है कि नहीं? Very difficult now. But in those days you can easily learn shlokas. That's why the focus is not understanding of shlokas for children, it's shlokas only. Because at that age they can't understand the shlokas. For them, philosophy will come a little later, when it's the right time. Right? Still they can be part of satsang. They will, most greatest lesson they'll learn is how my parents are sitting and hearing. So that when they will become big, they'll also sit in. Like just now I was seeing 4 people pass from here. Takam, some other flat they were going. They look like this. Itna log kya kar rahe? Itna log flat mein kya ho raha hai? They saw like that. But none of them came inside. But if your child has come to satsang when he was young and you brought him, if he is one of them, he'll go like that, then he'll come back and he'll come inside. My parents used to sit and hear, some satsang is happening. Let me also sit and listen. That is the greatest lesson you'll teach to your children, just by bringing them to satsang. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we'll sing Narsingharti and Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ऑल assembled devotees की बहुविधा 2022 बैच की with I God Premanand हरि बोल हरि बोल बोलो हरि बोल हरि बोल ठीक है. So just few announcements. We have special program for this coming Sunday with Radhesham Prabhu. Please block your calendars. All of you, please come. Everybody, right? Sunday evening also. Sunday morning we'll have continued. Should we have this class Sunday morning? Huh? Or is it too much to morning and evening? You decide. Huh? We'll continue. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Continue this. It's in my home, Krishe. We already booked the hall, so you all can come. There is a hall upper. Morning satsang will be below in our regular location. Evening satsang will be in the hall. That's about this. And then Ram Navami is coming. That date also we have already booked the hall in my home, Krishe. We will hear nice pastimes of Lord Sri Ram, and we'll also do Abhishekam of the Ram Darbar. Right? That is going to happen. And then after that we also have Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra that is coming. So I'm just letting you know in advance. We are having Rath Yatra on Saturday morning of that weekend. Exact date I'll let you know. One Rath Yatra for both my home Vihanga and my home Krishe at the same time, because we only have one Rath. At the same time, Rath Yatra is also happening in one more community here called Trendset Winds. So 2 Raths. We are constructing Rath. Last year we had constructed one Rath. This year we are constructing one more Rath. So if anybody is interested to buy a car for the Supreme Lord, I will let you know. Please make your resolution in your mind, whatever that is, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, or we'll also accept 10 lakhs. So whatever it is, you can keep in your mind and just dissolve it. And when I let you know, you can transfer to that account. Mostly the account of the person who is making that. There is one nice person who makes Rath, we get it done. So I'll let you know in advance. Most probably we'll do all that in April, the month of April, right? And once in 2 months, we'll also go to this VSK visit. And I request you all can plan to come. And this time, not only on Saturday morning, you can actually come Friday evening, stay with all of us, and get up early in the morning, do Mangalarti, chanting, everything together. It will be very nice. There is enough space and provision for everyone. It will last time, but chalta hai. Ho jayega. ठीक है? So that's another thing. And we'll also plan some yatras. I will let you know soon. I'm going through some challenges in my personal life, because of which I'm not able to plan much in advance. But little planning that we can do 1 week in advance, 2 weeks in advance, I'll let you know. Most probably it will be yatra in and around Hyderabad only. Go in the morning, come back in the night, something like that. Okay? I'll let you know. And same thing we can do in the yatra. We can have nice satsang wherever we go, and nice serve prashadam and all that. And thank you very much for all your contributions to Chakrapati Prabhu, our finance minister, who manages the prashadam account. So anybody who wants to contribute, unhesitantly, please tell Chakrapati Prabhu and he will take the funds. and he'll use it for paying for prasadam related service. So let us thank the hosts, Devendra Prabhu and Sangeeta Mataji and Harshal Prabhu for inviting all of us with a large heart. Right? How many people in Vihanga would allow these many people in their house, right? And how many people go to house this big with so many of us? Like I think 50 of us are there, right? I mean, like, and still there is more space because their heart is so big, right? So let us thank them with 3 loud Hari Bols.
Hari
Bol! Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpa Punya Vratan Rajan, Viswas Hone Vajayate, Shariraha Vidyajal, Jedendri Atrahikal, Jive Pele Vishesagare, Tara Madhya Jivyati, Lobomai Sudurmati, Take Jeta Kadina Samsare, Krishna Vadadayamai, Kori Bhare Jivajai, Saho Prasada Nadilobhai, Shreyan Namruta Pao, Shri Radha Krishna Gurgao, Premeda Ko Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Nimai Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chadara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Krishna Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya Nitaya Gauranga Prasadam ki. And next week onwards, we will only get organic plates. I think we are adding to more pollution on the planet. So there is this leaf-made plates. Huh? Today also we got Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So we will not cause more problem to the planet by adding more plastic, right? So we'll get that organic. There is one Prabhuji who supplies, Surinder Prabhu in our satsang. Yes. He does this business also. You can get that. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please. So how do you want to have the prashadam? Everybody comes out. You all can sit and you will serve, or we'll come out.
Come and collect and then.
Acha, theek hai. So everybody go. Just form a line and prashadam will be given. Hare Krishna.